Oh, I feel any better, doctor. Let me go get my stuff and throw them on the bus. Let's see, 4 bags of tools, 4 pictures of 4 wives, and off we went. And so the book sat for like 45 years before I finally picked it up, because I thought at that time, Ken, you've started many things now, let's start finishing them. And so this is my first finish. I'm not sprinting across the finish line by any means. So we'll just go for a little stroll here down memory lane. I want to have you all jump into the space capsule time machine and go back with me to South Vietnam in the summer of 1962, both in the hot delta of the south and also in the northern country up in Da Nang by the DMZ. I know what they say, Doc. Tough it out, stiff upper lip, bite the bullet, chew the leather, steel rod up the spine. They can say it, Doc. And as number 4 in a line of old military men, I know I'm supposed to believe it. But no matter how hard I pretend, that shit don't work. Great-granddaddy charged up San Juan Hill with the Rough Riders. Granddaddy drove a truck in World War I. Daddy patrolled an oil pipeline in New Guinea in World War II. And to think, me, an officer, the only one to get all shot up. What do they say to that, Doc? All we have left from their military wisdom is letters writ with thick fingers in an awkward hand. Daddy writes about a beach party. Carlos, the Cuban-born guitar player. Native servants in white blousy shirts and colored skirts. Fuzzy wuzzies in fuzzy wuzzy garb. Goat meat on a stick. The moon through the palms. Malay singing. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Everybody claps and yells bagoo, and the party staggers to the water's edge. They throw up and pass out. The captain proclaims before he keels over, "You don't respect me as an officer, do you?" Just goes to show you, Doc, no matter what your rank, you can't buck the party system. Whatever party's in power, dance party, cocktail party, dinner party, tea party, the more the costumes change, the more the parties stay the same. You can take that to the bank, Doc. The fog bank. It's rolling in, off the paddies and onto the base. Someone steps out of the gloom into the tent. It's the clerk. Mail call. All over camp, Marines hunkered down on cots, boxes, chairs to the ground to read their letters from home. Cochran sits on a camp stool in front of the refrigerator. Hors d'oeuvres are spread out on another camp stool. Mess hall soda crackers, salami, pepperoni, and cheese. He carves out spots of mold with his survival knife. A cocktail pitcher sits on the floor and a number 10 can filled with martinis and ice. We swig greedily, and but giggly, because out there is the war. Both sides feeling their way. Evolving tactics, a prelude to the conduct of future wars, dragged out without ever ending. The center comes undone. What rough beast slouches towards Saigon? Diem runs the country with an iron hand, passing out jobs to his relatives, keeping the country safe from degenerate activities like dancing. No telling what secrets are passed back and forth, as heads close together, bodies rubbing tight in communist conspiracy. Not that communists are such great dancers. Balmy summer days are quietly tucked away with Aunt Kathy, who was committed on the last day of August. Fall is in the air. Books to read. Co-eds to cuddle. The turf smacks of frosty action. Gladiators unlimber their meat hooks, swathe their muscles in padding, and with the rope shaking the firmament, go at it with teeth, forearms, cleats, and the piling of ons. A North Vietnamese citizen is handed the mortar shell, carries it hundreds of miles down the Ho Chi Minh Trail to a mortar crew on a knoll overlooking a South Vietnamese outpost. A Viet Cong soldier takes the shell, drops it in the tube, it goes off with a thunk and a whoosh, The soldier turns to the citizen, go get another. In bumfuck Missouri, Miss Tildy slops her pet pig, but unknowingly drops in a serving spoon and the pig chokes to death. All bloated and worthless, and it galls Miss Tildy so bad, she comes up raging from a grog bender and blows out the TV with her double-barreled 12-gauge when she catches Jonathan Winters doing his suey, suey, suey pig talk. Daddy is proud I am serving my country. Sure that I'll uphold the Huckabee tradition. Fight with courage and bravery, son. Never miss an opportunity to reap honor. Yours is a fighting man's world, one in which the strongest and the most valorous always wins. The Vietnamese farmer doesn't know the difference. He's caught in the middle. The Viet Cong demand food and shelter, total submission. Nighttime atrocities are common. And in the daylight, huge Bud Light machines swoop out of the sky, spitting bullets and disgorging troops. You who write to us from back there, your letters are like messages from another planet. Does someone sitting in an office crank them out to perpetrate an American myth? A central morale building where families and towns and friends are invented and their activities chronicled? A vacation is planned. Was it ever completed? Baby has a fever. Does the fever continue? Time stops, remains stationary, until the next letter arrives, and like a freight train on a siding, the pace picks up, the train jogs ahead to the next switch where it sits, until prodded forward again. Hello there. I send my answer into the void. Hello there. I too am an American. When you read this, do you know that I am in the jungle, mingling with small brown people, passing out sea ration candy to their kids? Do I have depth, voice, body, a kiss? Or am I a picture hung on the wall, a projection on a piece of paper? The evening shower curtains down another Vietnamese sunset with its full Roy RGB spectrum passing through moisturized prisms. The wind whips the rainwater under the tent flaps, skims a muddy sheen over the floor. I feel better having talked to you. We will chat again. You are so many and we are so few. Who are the fortunate ones? Adios. Hasta luego.